All right, I have a story from somebody that I was talking to, and it's the second story I've heard about this, so I figured I would share it. Well, the first story she told me is their son goes to the store every day, gets his coffee and then gets his scratch off ticket, and it's like a routine he does. And this was a few years ago. And she said that one day he messed up his routine and went and got his coffee before he went to Dunkin' before he got his lottery ticket. And
these are scratch offs, right? Or these?
Yeah, scratch offs. And but there was a long line. He's like, no, I'm just gonna go get my coffee and gas, whatever, and come back. So he came back, and when he got back, the guy because he goes all the time, the guy's like, you just missed somebody got a scratch off for $25,000. And he's like, ugh, I switch up the routine, and now I don't get my ticket. I don't get my money. So if you play numbers or you have a routine, stick with those numbers, stick with the routine so that doesn't happen to you.
My routine is I don't play them.
Well, that can be too. So can't win if you don't play. Then she was telling me she got a phone call from her son, and her son said he went to get scratch offs with a friend of his, and his friend got his ticket. I don't know if he bought a ticket or not because the story wasn't about her son at this point. And his friend scratched off his tickets right there and won $500,000.
That's why if I played, I would not go with anybody.
Yeah. And so he's going to claim it. I think he went up yesterday to get it, and $100,000, and he's getting $300,000. Life changing.
Great. Good for him.
Good for him. But
no, yeah. Mine was sarcasm.
I'm sure her son was saying the same thing. Good for you, friend.
Okay, so that reminds me of the story too of Mark Hamill. So
Luke Skywalker,
Luke Skywalker, yeah. I'm sorry, more known by his real name, Luke Skywalker.
Okay,
my bad. So he was roommates with Robert Englund, who played Freddy, and a bunch of other
Freddy
things.
Krueger.
Yep, Freddy Krueger. See, you only need one name when it's Freddy Krueger. You just say Freddy, and he somehow was there auditioning for the role of Han Solo, and he saw they were looking for a younger actor to play Luke, and he suggested that Mark Hamill go over and audition for the role, and he ends up getting the role of Luke, and Robert Englund ended up getting nothing.
Well, he did all right.
Yeah. So don't bring your friends if you want things to turn out right for you.
He did all right.
He did all right. He didn't, well, maybe he did make Mark Hamill money. I wonder who's worth more. I don't feel like looking it up.
Yeah.
It wouldn't take long, but I don't really feel like looking it up. In any case, I think today we're going to have a little bit more fun. I think today's episode, we are going to be talking about what would you do if you hit a massive windfall. I'm going to throw a curveball at you in the middle.
Okay.
But yeah, what would you do if you had a whole bunch of money all of a sudden? I don't even know if we can make this episode long enough for what I would do with that kind of money. But but we'll make it work. This is the Forward Project. All right, start with our daily our podcastly that looks like water, and I'm not drinking with you. We're drinking water.
It's not water. It's some kind of passion fruit hard seltzer.
Oh, all right, cool.
All right.
Mine's rum and coke, and I'm getting bored.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, so I don't have wine.
All right. Well, Tink.
Cheers.
Cheers. Let's start with. Well, let me first say that Powerball right now is at $526 million. I mean, you look at you, you're like, huh? You were so unimpressed. You're like, huh?
Oh, no. That's when I usually start playing. Power or Mega? Because the difference.
Powerball. This is Powerball.
Powerball is still affordable. Mega isn't. Mega went up to $5, but if you want the extra dollar, you got to spend $6 a ticket.
Yeah.
Powerball is still $3. Well, it's $2, but if you want the multiplier, you got to spend 3.
You know way too much about this, and I'm frankly shocked because I did not know this side of you.
Well, I was in charge of it at my last job.
Gotcha.
I used to buy it
That makes sense.
I used to buy it for everybody, but I didn't
That makes
start
sense.
until $500 million.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because what would you do with $400 million?
I just didn't want to deal with it until it got like,
That tracks. So I did a little more research on it, and that $526 million, if you take the cash payout, that is a cash value of $233.6 million. So you've lost more than half of that right off the top by taking it. I know they say you'll make more money now because you can invest it. It grows differently. It grows better. So that part I get. I get taking, I guess, the tear down there. But what do you think out of that $233 million, off the top of your head, don't overthink it, that you would actually take home in your pocket?
Wait. Say it again. So 230 million was after taxes, you said?
No, that's the lump sum payout.
Oh, and then you have taxes taken out.
Yep.
And we're at 230? 120?
You're such a jerk. I hate playing this game with you. I hate playing this game with you. You're too low, but you're also too close. 130 million. 130,883,403 is your approximate take home out of $526 million that you've won. Thereby further proving that everything is a lie. And you will never win $526 million. In any case, it's a ridiculous amount of money. I don't want to talk really too much right now about what you would do with it. I want to start with, would you move? Would we sell the house and move?
Well, let's first start with what is our total we're getting? We just bought a single ticket.
Right now, let's say we've got single winners, 526 today's jackpot. Solo winners, our net take home after taxes is $130 million. Call it 131 million just to round off.
Would I move?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Would I move far? No. But I would move. I love my house. But I would move. I wouldn't be looking to go big or anything like that, but to have a brand new house and not have to worry about anything and have it paid off and have it a location that I would definitely want. Yeah. You?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I do like our house for where we are for now, but location is not that it's not a great neighborhood, but I mean,
right.
my ideal location is not really near anybody.
Right.
For me, I would have probably the same size house, maybe a little bigger. I'd like a little podcast studio in it, but
yeah,
with acreage.
Right.
Set ourselves off, get a nice huge fencing yard where you got to call the dogs for like a half an hour before they even hear you.
Yeah. Right. And if they bark, they don't bother the neighbors.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I don't want anything crazy. I don't want anything ostentatious. I don't want any mansion or even a McMansion. I certainly don't want to live in a neighborhood of McMansions with a bunch of other people.
Right.
It's not my thing. And a huge house isn't my thing either. Like I'd rather have just good functional space.
Agreed.
Yeah. As long as Linnea's living home too, I wouldn't mind having a bigger bedroom for her and a bigger bedroom for us. You could get your walk-in closet just so you could fit all your stupid shoes.
That's right. Your rack's pretty big too, so.
Wait, what?
Of shoes.
What the hell was that?
Your shoe rack. Yeah.
I mean, ideally, like if the kids the kids are grown, but I mean, if the kids were game to it or whatever, I'd like to move where we want to move. You know what I would do? I would definitely get that other house, but I think I'm starting to get into that territory I didn't want to get into yet.
I was going to say, we're not doing that yet.
But we're talking about moving. I would definitely get a summer place or a winter place. Is maybe the summer place in Connecticut with the family, but I would get a winter place where we want to go. Maybe a couple of them.
Yeah. Yeah, but we're not there yet.
And now we're broke.
Right.
So, would you work?
No.
At all?
It all depends on how much we're talking for money. For the 120, no, I would not work for the man ever.
Yeah, there'd be no point to. But that's not what I
There'd be
asked.
no point. Right. I know you would still work and you would do your thing, but I think it depends on. I would work in my own way, but not a 9 to 5 job.
I would do this. I would
But
love to.
are
I would
you-
love to
are we
expand
talking
this and
about-
build this.
Right. Are we talking about, like I said, you don't want to get into what we would do with it. So, but no, I wouldn't work.
No, I would not
not.
get up every morning and go to work.
I wouldn't. Well, right. And I wouldn't work for the man and I wouldn't work a 9. I have what I would do, but
We'll get
No.
there later.
we'll get there. But I wouldn't work for them or the man or anything. No, done with
No,
that.
definitely not.
Yeah. At any age, when people say
yeah.
they do, they're stupid. There's
Oh, it'd
because-
still work. I would work, but it wouldn't be the same thing. I wouldn't be going to a job. I wouldn't be punching a clock. I wouldn't be, it would be things that I do on my terms. I would be building stuff like this. I would be, putting a lot more time into the podcast because I love doing it. I mean, this is a great hobby for me right now. Kind of, satisfies my creative outlet and I just enjoy doing it.
right.
I have fun doing it. I have fun doing it with Christian and,
Hello.
it's sustainable. No, that's what I said. I have fun doing this. And then I said, and I have fun doing it with Christian.
Oh, all right.
Of course I have fun doing this with you, honey. Why wouldn't I? What's better than sitting here in different rooms with me trying to drag words out of you? Let's turn it on its head for a second. What wouldn't you buy? Like, what do you find that people do with money that you find like just stupid or showy or?
I wouldn't buy the big, huge, ostentatious house, car. Maybe I'd get one fun car, but I'd have a practical car. I wouldn't get a yacht. Like I said, it all depends. If we're gonna talk like this amount, 100 and something mil versus like Elon Musk, like money, then I would live.
That's actually a perfect segue. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Finish your sentence.
No, that I would do different things differently. So it depends what we're talking about for money. Because I would be practical. Because I don't need things. I just want to be happy. It sounds really stupid, but I just want to be happy, have my kids be happy and safe, and everyone be healthy and take care of things. So I don't need things. So yeah.
Imagine if I told you today that our net worth is half of what it was yesterday. Would you panic?
No, because we're not worth anything now.
It's a valid point. Let's just say if our ability to pay things was half of what it is now, would you panic?
No, well, yeah, that initial panic.
Oh,
Of
I
course
would.
you would panic, but I know we'll fix it because we always have.
All right. Elon Musk just lost $700 billion of net worth in like a couple of days.
It'll come back, and it's 700 billion, so he still has 700 billion.
Just think about that for a second. That's crazy.
Yeah. What did he lose it in?
Just his net worth. His rocket didn't take off, and so the stock plummeted.
Yeah, but it'll come back.
Yeah,
So
we'll see. We'll see.
he'll still be able to pay his mortgage.
All right, let's get back to things we'd never buy. What would I not buy?
I don't.
What would I not buy? I wouldn't buy a sports team. It just seems like a lot of work that I don't want to do. What would I not buy? I don't know. There's a lot I wouldn't buy, and I think people kind of know what it is. I mean, I'm not going to go buy designer clothes. I'm not going to change the way I dress. I still wear t-shirts and jeans and cargo shorts. Cargo shorts never die. Even if people think they should. I'm not. There's things that I think would still be too frivolous to spend too much money on. And people say, well, your attitude would change if you had the money, but it wouldn't. And I think part of that is I've also done a little bit of research on how many people lose that money. Up to 33% of people who get these massive windfalls file for bankruptcy in 3 to 5 years.
Stupid.
And it's for stupid things like, well, family and friends, the pressure from them that they just give them money and they give them money and they give them money. Kind of this endless supply of, hey, I need more. Hey, I need more. Hey, I need more. They get bad or no financial advice. A lot of people think they can do it themselves. A lot of people blow it on parties and drugs and the like, and frivolous purchases. But one thing that people don't think about is when they buy that $2 million mansion because you just won $130 million. It seems like such a small percentage. Even let's say you take 1.3 million of that and you buy yourself a mansion somewhere or a really nice house somewhere. What they don't take into consideration then is the upkeep of that house and the taxes on that house and all the things that go into maintaining that house. And that just doesn't go for the house. That goes for the cars that they have. That goes for, maintaining the insurance on these cars. And yeah, it's a lot of things that people don't think of. So I'm not really into that kind of stuff anyway.
Okay.
I'd still go to Goodwill.
You could get your own Goodwill.
No, I'm not interested. Again, that's work I don't want to do. Somebody else is already doing it. Let them do it. Along those same kind of lines, what would that not help with? Like that kind of windfall. They always say, money doesn't buy happiness, to which I wholeheartedly disagree.
Right.
Money can't make unhappy people happy unless they're unhappy because they don't have money.
Right.
Which is largely our case. I think we've got a great life. I think we've got great things going. I think our biggest problem is lack of money. Money would absolutely make us happy. Very happy.
Yeah, it would take the stresses away, obviously. What would it not deal with?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it doesn't cure people's mental demons.
Yep.
Whatever you have in your closets and you're dealing with.
Me personally?
You or anybody. Everybody has stuff. Everybody has stuff in, that they have to deal with, and money's not gonna solve them. So, but money, you know what? If you don't have to worry about paying for mortgage or cars or lights or all that, you could kind of deal with what you're dealing with in your head. So
maybe, yeah, or at least distractions. I mean, and I don't mean drugs or anything like that, but there's certainly, I know for me, spending time with friends, spending time with family, doing those things where you're occupied, kind of helps take that burden off a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's good. It doesn't heal relationships.
No.
There's people I don't talk to who I'm sure would want to talk to me now, but I still have no interest. It can't buy you character, but it can change your character. Maybe sometimes good, maybe sometimes bad. I mean, I wonder sometimes if people aren't miserable, bad, or sad people because they don't have that financial ability to kind of get out of whatever's kind of they feel is holding them down. So I think it can't buy character, but I think your character can certainly change in both directions when you get rich. I mean, there's people who completely lose themselves.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I'm a firm believer, as you are. You can't change who you are, but I guess money will change you to a point. Yeah, I agree.
It can't change your ambition, I don't think. I think another reason a lot of people lose the money is because they're looking for this as a way to kind of stop, well, I'm not going to work anymore. I don't have to work anymore. I don't have to do anything anymore. It's all here now. I don't have to be any better. It almost leads to sloth.
Right. I'm not gonna be a Wally from the movie character and just sit in my chair. I'm not gonna do that. I think it would inspire to do things that I want to do that I can't do because I'm doing the daily ritual of work and everything. But if I didn't have to deal with that and I could do what I wanted to do. Yeah.
Well, to kind of tie this into being in our 50s, I think when we were younger, again, I don't want to speak for you. So when I was younger, I think that money looked to me like freedom. You know, it was like this is kind of my way out of everything, and that meant something different to me. Now I think, you know, I looked at it back then. It's like, you know, I wanted this big house. You know, I wanted to have all those cars. I wanted to impress people with my money and kind of have things that the rich people had, and, you know, kind of keeping up with the Joneses. And now I think it's more about being secure. Like, I want enough money to be secure.
Right. I would make, again, we're not going to what we're doing with it yet, but I want to be secure, and I want my kids to be secure. Mm. Yeah.
That's actually a good segue then into let's talk about the fact that first, we don't have a ticket for this money, which is
right.
upsetting me right now, because I have the money spent and I don't even play. I don't want to get it right yet specifically what you do. We'll lead into that slowly. Who do we help? Again, this is $130 million in our pockets after taxes. Who do we help?
Right. Well, I don't know how far you want to go, so you can tell me we're not there yet. But obviously, are we still sticking with just the 500 million drawing here?
Yeah. Right now, $130 million or more. I mean, $130 million or more. This is a massive windfall, life changing for more than just you.
But the 120, I would do something. But if I had 500 million, I would do differently. So that's what.
All right, let's start with 500.
If I had 500 million,
500 in your pocket,
in my pocket. Okay. And who would I help?
First of all, it wouldn't fit. It'd have to be a check.
Who would I help?
Who would you help?
Obviously would be us, our kids. We've had a pact with our core friends that they know who they are, that we would help. There's
if one wins, we all win.
If one wins, we all win. I guess we'll find out who our friends really are if that happens.
And by the way, we all win is not a 50 split. And I know that's not a real number, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. And my sister. And I'll tell you what I would, and we can elaborate or not elaborate. But
if you don't mind, I'll elaborate on the friends things. I believe our agreement with our friends is, if we all win enough money, is to pay off each other's mortgages. That way, and this kind of leads into what I wanted to say about helping family. That's a finite amount of money that is life changing for all involved. As far as helping family, including kids and siblings or whatever, I've seen a lot. I've read a lot where there's this kind of not so much with lottery, but you hear it a lot with famous people, how, you know, so-and-so relatives just keeps coming to me. Every time they need money, they come to me. Every time they need money, they come. My kind of philosophy or plan on this would be, here's your money. This is your cut of what I have. This is what you get. I'm not going to endlessly pay you. This is what you get. This is your large chunk of life-changing money.
Right.
There may be more after I die that you can get then, but I'm not going to promise it, because this is your chunk right now. You are a millionaire.
Right.
If you screw it up, that's on you. I can't.
So does that mean you would literally pay off their mortgage? Or you would say, here's the money to pay off your mortgage? Big difference.
With that amount of money, I would set them square and then give them money. With the two being unrelated. It wouldn't be this comes off the top. You know, I would set them square and you know, here's your fresh start, and here's your lump sum payment.
Okay. All right.
I think it's the fairest way.
I agree. And it would also be set up for like grandkids. There would be kind of almost like an estate planning, like money. We're talking like, you know, Musk money. There would be money set aside for.
Oh, obviously,
you know, other generations.
Yeah. Well, that would also be taken into consideration too. I mean, if there's grandkids involved, obviously we would earmark money for grandkids.
Right. But
Uh,
yeah.
Family vacations, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would get back doing family vacations.
Wait, we're not there
On me,
yet.
it wouldn't come out of their money. I'm sorry. We were talking about family, and I got a little excited.
Yeah. But who would you help?
Who would I help? I would help. Well, it depends. I have one question first, and you may know this because I'm sure you've done the research. What would be my cut after paying a divorce attorney?
You wouldn't get anything because I'd have the better attorney.
What? What the? Wait, why are you just assuming you'd have a better divorce attorney? We'd have the same amount of money.
No, because I would buy the ticket.
Oh, great. That's awesome. You're such a jerk. Well, I would help the kids first. For sure. Like you said, we've got those friends that we've made pacts with.
Don't forget friends.
You're reminding them. I'm like, I just said friend. I thought you were telling me.
Because they're out there buying the tickets too.
Right.
So we're just gentle reminder.
Yeah, I mean, you know the list. Family and friends and we're getting into what we'd spend on, so let's just kind of segue into what we would do. Let's start with charity. I would not donate to any existing charity. And here's why. I don't trust them. I don't like the fact that a lot of these charities pay their board members or their CEOs exorbitant salaries. Do I think you should make money? Yes. But I think if you make the decision to work for a nonprofit, you should not be taking so much of that money that's supposed to be going to these other places.
Okay. All right. All right.
So I would found my own. There's things that I would do as far as charities. I would do 100%. We would do animal rescues. We would have the biggest animal rescue probably in the world.
Well, in that I thought of what would I do? So as far as charities are concerned, I also would not donate to any charities. And the tax lawyers out there would be like, you got to get rid of so much or whatever for write-offs or whatever. But we're talking like Musk money, not 100 million. I would pay it forward where I wouldn't like call out and say who needs help. I'd figure out how to go and find out people who need help. Like you drive, I don't know. I know exactly what you're saying,
and help them directly.
But I would be like, someone struggling. Again, don't call out to me. But driving through neighborhood, seeing a rundown house, I don't know, and just go over because you can find out pretty easily people's situations or where their mortgage is or whatever. And I'd just pay their house. I'd pay off their house, drop a little note. Here you go. You're all set. I don't know how that could be done, but that's what I would want to do. I'd just want to go and help people who weren't asking, who were just living life, trying to make ends meet.
Yeah. Working hard and not quite getting there.
And not getting there, but like I said, not asking for people to reach. I don't want any of that. It would be on me, and I would have like private investigators or something going around, and not just all over in our country, but all over. And I would do that. And then on the other, as far as the animals, I would probably do some kind of, well, we're just sticking with charity right now.
Yeah.
So but for charity, I think I would set up shelters all over the country, top of the line shelters to take care of animals. Right. And
with our caveat being a salary cap on the people who are running these things, a livable, comfortable, reasonable wage. They don't need to be making millions of dollars a year and getting bonuses off of this stuff. You're running a nonprofit. You need to, you could find quality people to run it for a reasonable, highly livable salary.
Right. And it would be open, and they would all, I think I would do like an animal shelter / clinic that people could bring their animals to and help them paying for their medical care. And it would be based on, I think, salary, but not, I mean, on income, but not really, because I don't care what you make every week, because you go somewhere and you're like, yeah, I make this, but I have bills up here between my mortgage and everything else. So I wouldn't just
My health.
your health insurance and everything else. Bring everything in, and we'll base it on, what's your take home and what do you have at the end of the day? Then you can qualify, not just straight base what you make each week, because that doesn't work.
Yeah, I had a similar thought too. My thought was with vehicles, because I work in the automotive industry, and it's really hard to have people come in. I had a woman crying because she needs her car for work and she can't afford to fix the car, so she had to figure out how she was gonna. She ended up borrowing her mom's car and making it happen, and she had to save it. And we sat on the car for 2 months while she saved up enough money to finally say, okay, I have the money. Let's get it done. And it broke my heart. I mean, here's a woman who's just trying to do the right thing, make the right decision, and she can't afford to get this vehicle fixed. I'd love to have a grant of some kind that people can access, or that well, I don't trust them to do it properly. I would have to have the people access it, where they can access this money to, not a loan, it's a grant, to get their cars fixed. You show us the need, show us income versus need, and we'll get your car back on the road. It's not buying people cars or giving people new cars. It's not, gonna change the world, but it's a street level idea or program that can really help people. And it can be applied to more things than just that. Another thing I would have to do is I would have to put my money where my mouth is from last episode, and we would have to fund research into how to educate people, despite the trolls who are arguing with me on this online, on how to adult. I actually had one person try to tell me that a 401k has nothing to do with being an adult. Wait, what? So the biggest kickback I got from that was that schools aren't supposed to teach that. Your parents are supposed to teach that. A lot of people, ourselves included, don't have parents that taught us that. We had different situations growing up where that just wasn't a viable path to our education. We paid for our college educations. We put ourselves through school. We put ourselves through life. We've been doing a lot of this on our own. And we're not alone, and we're certainly not the worst off as far as that goes. I would like to somehow do some sort of program where maybe you visit high schools and you say, hey, look, here's a program that we do. And, this is what we teach. We teach, starting with how to balance a budget, how to, how to invest in 401ks, how much you can have if you invest this much as you go. And I know these programs are available. They're not available on any kind of wide range, affordable basis. And I would definitely do something like that.
Yeah, because some can't, because a lot of parents, number one, can't do it themselves. How they can teach our kids. And number two, you don't know the household situations as far as the relationship between parent and child.
All right, so let's waste some money. All right, now we've got it. We're helping people. We've done some cool stuff. We know we're going to move. We're going to buy build a reasonable house on a decent amount of property where we can't be.
No, because we didn't get into that, because I would buy a ton of property and have a dog.
That's what I said. I said acreage.
Yeah.
No, but I'm talking about our personal abode.
Yeah, I would have a personal abode that had a lot of property that I could bring dogs in and just let them be free and run around.
Let them be free, and then where do they sleep at night?
No, they come in our room, in our bed.
Well, then there's got to be a finite number of these dogs. I love dogs as much, if not more, than you do, and we're not going to have 6,000 dogs laying on our bed.
All right.
Now all of a sudden we've got the big house that we can't keep clean because there's dogs. Now we need a maid, and now we're the 33% who goes bankrupt in 3 to 5 years.
You can't say maid.
Don't even start with that nonsense. I am 100% not playing that game. You can't say maid?
Probably not.
Oh
When
my
was the last
God.
time you heard maid? Alice wasn't even a maid.
She was a maid. 100% she was a maid.
No, they didn't call her a maid.
No, she was definitely called a maid.
No.
Yes, 100%.
No.
I think you're wrong. Can you say maid or no? Do you know something I don't know, or are you just like talking
I'm
smack?
assuming that's probably a bad word.
Oh my God. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So stupid.
So what were you saying?
Yeah, so
anyway,
now we're wasting money. Now we're having some fun and we're but yeah, realistic fun. Like we're not talking like, I'm going to buy a planet and then move there.
no, but I would buy a plane.
That's why people go broke. You couldn't afford a plane.
I'm talking Elon Musk money. We're not talking 100 million.
Oh, now we're back up to that?
We've been at that.
No, we still wouldn't buy a plane because
I would buy a plane because I'd
listen
have
to me.
No,
stop
no,
it.
No.
Stop it. Look up right now the cost of a plane. First of all, so you want to timeshare a plane? Great.
I would have a plane, whatever. I would have the ability because I need to go check on all my animal clinics, and I need to be able to get around quickly to all the different things.
Hold on. I'm going to show you a better way to do that real quick.
So it's a write-off.
Hold on. Ready? Hold on. Hey, Animal Clinic? How you doing today? It's Bobby. Yeah, the one who runs the joint. Okay, all good? Okay, cool. Remember, group Zoom meeting on Thursday. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah, no.
No, you want to go pet the dogs.
Yeah, and I would want to if I want to bring, if I want to. Yeah, I that's the one probably, stupid. But we're talking Musk. He's building rockets. I don't want a rocket. I just want a plane so that I could go to places. And I'll drive
I don't want to go to the moon. I want to go to New Orleans.
Yeah. So if there's a thing about sharing planes, I don't know anything about that. But if I could have a little, puddle jumper plane that, I'm not talking a 747, but if I can jump on a plane to go places, I would do that.
You said no yacht. I wouldn't buy a yacht, but I wouldn't mind a boat. I wouldn't mind taking a boat, like a small boat. Take the kids and the grandkids water skiing and.
Yeah, that's why I said not a yacht, but if you want to get a boat and have it,
travel, I'm not really interested in.
I would travel.
Yeah, but what I mean is, it's not. I
have no desire.
I don't have this dream to go a bunch of places. I would go a bunch of different places because we have the time and the money to do so. But I don't have this dying need to go anywhere in particular. I would like to eventually go to Ireland.
Yeah.
But most else of what I want to see is where we are. I mean, there's stuff in this country I've never been to that I would love to go see and spend time there. That for me is what traveling would be now. It wouldn't be so much where I'm going, but it would be how much time I'm spending where I can go.
Right.
You know, it's not these things where, we've got to fit everything into 4 or 5 days now because, you get 7 days, you got to fly out one, you got to fly back another, you got lag time, you got downtime, you got, this would be like, no, I'm going to go for a month. I'm going to go for 2 months. And
you could use our plane because you wouldn't have the leg. You wouldn't have to wait wait for the plane. So.
Oh my God.
I want to go to Grand Canyon for the weekend. Okay.
We would definitely do our RV across America trip.
Oh yeah.
100%. Except we might hire somebody to drive the RV.
No, we would still do that.
That would be fun to drive it.
Yeah, we would. Yeah.
We could actually go to concerts again.
Yeah, we could. We could
we actually go see bands. That weren't local.
Right.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. There's great local bands. I love going to see them, but I mean, this Metallica show would have been nice to see.
Right.
I don't even think Elon Musk can go now that he's 700 billion poorer. Ridiculous. So
what?
More ridiculous stuff. So what would we buy? Okay, you know what I would buy? And you're going to call me crazy, but you know how much I love it. I would buy, without giving away too much about our location, I would buy the movie theater that's going out. I might buy that whole property. I don't know if I could because it's already, going to be starting soon, but I
Right.
might buy that whole property and redo that. But I would buy a movie theater. I think that movie theater is a great location. I think it's never been done the way it was supposed to. It hasn't been upgraded ever. So
that means you're going to stay
it's a
here.
dump, but okay, maybe not that movie theater, but yeah, to some degree, I would stay here. I want to give that movie theater a chance. I would buy them, and you know what? I might even buy a small movie theater. I love movies. I love cinema. I always have.
Keep it old school.
Okay, so this one I would do. I think there's 12 screens in this one.
Yeah.
Is that true? I would do probably realistically, because it would have to make money in order for me to keep. All these have to be investments. They can't just be things that lose money. Mm-hmm. I would say 8 to 10 screens with standard stuff, but I would dedicate at least 2 screens to art house films.
There you go.
And let some of these lower budget things find an audience, even locally for us.
Maybe you could make that almost like a franchise and put them around, because people aren't going to come to Connecticut to see.
A good idea. Yeah, buy a bunch of multiplexes and dedicate at least a few to art house movies. Yeah. Art house movies, or when they show the ballet. Not a big fan of the ballet or the opera, but I do appreciate that these movie theaters show that, and that there is an audience for that. That it's a viable audience.
Yeah.
Let's talk about our house. So our house, like we said, we don't want this mansion, but I think as we talk about it, this thing is going to turn into a mansion because we're all going to want rooms for different things.
No.
I want a bar. And by a bar, I don't mean because we drink. I like the atmosphere of a bar, like an Irish pub with a pool table. Like we have a pool table. We have a bar downstairs in our basement. We have a pool table. We have a dartboard, but it's still a basement and it's crampy. I would like a normal bar, like a bar, something that looks cool with a bar. Big screen TV, maybe a couple of TVs, some seats for people when we have friends over. A bar. It would be a good fun room. I would like, and we'll get to you because I know you have thoughts too on this. I would like a movie room with theater seats, maybe a dozen theater seats, like 3 rows of 4 would be perfect. 16, 4 rows of 4. What the hell?
What the hell?
With a nice, projection screen TV, awesome sound system, nice and small. Maybe a popcorn machine. I don't know, like a good popcorn machine, not like one of those little ones that you find at Walmart. Yeah. You can put in the little corner, but like a good popcorn machine. You get fresh popcorn with a movie popcorn butter. I would love a room, and still, this isn't getting to a huge house. This is literally just a basement, a living space, and then the semi-ostentatious rooms, or whatever. 3 floors: basement, middle, top floor. Completely doable in this space. A gym, gotta have a gym.
Why? You have one now.
Don't start. You ruined my gym.
No.
Yep. You turned my gym into storage.
No.
And then you've tried to fix it, but you didn't, and it's not the same.
No. Okay.
It's not the same. And you hang clothes on my equipment.
Because it has to be used for something.
No. While I was using it.
No.
100%. I used to have to go down every morning, and I would have to take them. You're lying, right? You are lying.
Okay. No.
I used to have to take them off the bench so that I could use it.
That's what's preventing you from working out.
Well, no, not right now. And I'm
the minute to take it off to put
listen. First of all, I need to direct everybody to Slightly Better Than Yesterday. It's my new solo podcast. I'm really hoping it takes off because I'm really tired of doing this with a partner. She's incredibly overbearing, and she flat out lies.
I'm not lying, but that room is
on Slightly Better Than Yesterday. I discussed this, and we are being better. And right now, I cannot use it because it's storage, and that frustrates me. Anyway, so I would need a room dedicated to that.
Maybe you'd have a coach there that could just get you to do it.
Don't need it.
Mm-hmm. For a week.
You were so mean.
I'm truthful.
No, you're not, because you're lying about the clothes.
No, I did put them on there, but you got to take them off
while I was using it. No, that's not how life works, honey. You have a laundry room, not a. I don't have a laundry / gym room. I don't put my weights on your friggin' washing machine.
On my washing machine.
God damn it. You got me. You got me. You got me.
I know.
You got me. Wow.
All right, let's get back to being.
Okay, sorry. So, all right. So we've got the rooms. We've got the gym, the bar. I would love. You're gonna love this. You're gonna have things to say about this. I would love a bonus room. We talk about this all the time.
Well, first you need to build a garage because it's above the garage.
It's above the garage. But all these people are like, and the house is a bonus room. Well, what do you mean a bonus room? Because like when I get a bonus, it's like, hey, here's your Christmas bonus. And I'm like, a bonus? Wasn't expecting that. So when you say bonus room, are you like, oh my God, we lived here for 6 months and there's a room here. Like that's a bonus room. A bonus room is a room you did not know about before you bought the house. Right. Otherwise, it's just a freaking room that comes with the house.
That's right.
A bonus room. But so I want a room that's completely unnecessary, that we don't have to use for anything. I just want that one room where, I don't know, the grandkids come up, you pad the walls, you throw them in it, you walk down, whatever. That doesn't have any purpose. No, because that'd be the bar.
Okay.
That'd be the bar. And I do need a podcast. I need a podcast studio. We need to be doing this sitting across from each other and doing this differently. I think, I don't know. I kind of like this dynamic too.
I do. That's good.
But we could record across from each other and have a split screen too. So,
anything else?
I like our wedding picture over your shoulder, by the way. It's very nice.
You like that? Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice. Strategically placed.
So is your house built now, or you got more?
Obviously you have the bedrooms and kitchen, dining room. What's your house? Talk to me about your house.
I've never really thought about it. I don't want a big house.
No.
I'd like a spare room in case we got.
That's what I'm saying.
A visitor.
Oh, you mean like a spare bedroom?
Yeah, if you got, whether it be our own kids, grandkids.
And it's that one room, and you keep it nice. You keep the bed made. You keep it clean. You keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you piss me off or you're snoring or whatever,
who goes into it? Who goes into it? You or me?
You.
No.
Yeah.
Why? You go into it. You're the one who's irritated. I'm just doing what I do. And by the way, I don't corner the market on snoring. I have tapes to prove it.
I'd like a bathroom that's like a bathroom with like, I need a shower with the glass door and a nice big size shower and the faucet comes down. But I also want that like tub that you can like go.
Yeah, our bathrooms are small.
And you walk up on the tub and you sink in. It's got some jets in it. Not a hot tub because I'd have that outside or whatever. But like,
would you bring ours or get a new one?
But I'd like a really nice bathroom.
Yeah.
That's couple sinks, place to put the towels. Just.
Yeah. Here's an idea. Here's an idea for the bathroom off the main bedroom.
Yeah.
Maybe an outlet would be nice.
Right.
Because we don't have that.
I think the bar area would be cool, fun. The movie room would be fun. I've never really thought about it because I don't need, because now you're getting into this stuff that we said we wouldn't want.
No, not really. Because this can all be done on a reasonable scale.
Yeah.
We would literally need one more floor to this house to do some of these things.
I'd put outside. I would have a heated pool. If we're in the Northeast, I would have a heated pool. And
would you put it outside or would you cover it?
No, I'd put it outside because I like the nature and all that. Yeah, I don't
But
want.
you wouldn't want to swim in the because now here's what I'm going to get you,
Well, if
because
we're
all of a sudden you're going to have an indoor pool with a retracting roof.
right, we could do that.
Yeah, see,
But I would, if we're in the Northeast, I'd have the in-ground pool and everything. But when that first freaking snowflake, or the first time it got below, I don't know, 60, I would be in New Orleans or, Arizona somewhere that I wouldn't have to deal with it. So I don't really need a cover because I wouldn't be here.
Yeah. Would you
So
have a
no.
pool boy or a pool man?
Pool man might be nice, but no, I have you. So, and
You're
then
so
like,
you're so good at the comedy side.
and then a nice outside fire pit, barbecue bar, like a whole area, and I'd have an outdoor spa for my dogs, so that they could go in there and have a fun day of relaxing and air conditioning or whatever.
You wouldn't be dumping out their pool every 2 days. You just leave it full and have it,
right,
treated and whatever they got to do.
Right.
All right. So, now that we've gone completely ostentatious,
right,
and over the top after we said we wouldn't,
right.
What would be your first purchase? Very first thing, frivolous or it makes sense. Your very first purchase. Let's say you win. We've assumed we've done everything correctly. We've contacted the lawyer. We haven't told anybody yet. You haven't even collected the check, but you know that the money we have at home, you can now spend. So you're going to go buy something. What's it going to be?
With the money we have now? Like this week?
You know what I mean? You can throw it on a credit card because you can pay it off.
I think, I don't, and everyone's going to act different because you don't know until you're there. What would I do right away? Well, the first thing I'd do is go buy a bottle of champagne and invite kids, my sister, and our core four.
And make the announcement. And again, this is post lawyers, this is post financial advisors.
Right. And make the announcement and say, you guys are good. And then I don't know what I would do. I think that the house would be my, would I pay off the house just so I didn't have to think about it? And then I could figure out what I want to do?
That would be your first purchase. Like the first purchase would be, like you said, that bottle of champagne or you buy dinner. Or my first, I don't know. I would probably do something stupid. And by stupid, I don't mean expensive. I mean just something like dumb and basic, just because I could. In that one moment, I would take that one moment to be like, you know what? I can do this. So I'm going to go do it. And, maybe I'd go to the guitar store and buy a guitar, or I would, I don't know, a new computer. I would go buy a new computer, like something that felt wrong to do because it's been so expensive before, but then go do it. Maybe, right. You know what I would do? I'd go buy the new phone. I'd upgrade my phone. That might be first. It's a small thing that I can't really afford to do right now. I kind of need it because these things are overheating now, and they're getting, we could suck it up if we have to, but if I had $500 million, I wouldn't have to anymore. That might be one of my first purchases. Okay. What about phone call? First phone call. Who are you calling first? Assuming I already know.
I don't know if I would call anybody. I would invite them all over. I wouldn't want to tell them over the phone.
Okay, but which one are you going to call over first? Come on, dish, spill the tea.
I'd send a text to the kids and say, are you guys around on Sunday? Because we want to do a family dinner. And I wouldn't hear from anybody except for Linnea. I'd be like, yeah, I'm here.
You'd separate kids. Would you separate kids and friends, or would you do it all together?
I think I would put them all together.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough because my initial thought was to separate and tell the family first, but at the same time, I think our family in particular would kind of share that joy with our friends, because our friend group is their essentially their uncles and aunts, the people they've grown up with since, they were in kindergarten and elementary school.
And it's 4 extra people. It's not like it's like, I'm not inviting our friends. I'm inviting
it's a core group.
A core group. So I think kids, friends, and my sister, and the local people. I mean, like, you can invite your brother, but they couldn't be there. They're on the other side of the country. So.
But hon, I could get him here.
Not yet. Not until we get our plane.
No, I could put them on a plane.
Yeah. Oh, and obviously I'd have to have Pat come over too. So, just like the core family.
You said family. That's family. I mean,
yeah. So, and I wouldn't want to text him. I wouldn't want to call him. I'd want to tell him in person.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. And then I'm having deja vu. Like, we've done this before. It's really weird.
We do it every time we talk about tonight's the night. We're going to win.
Yeah, but we don't play. But and
the
only other thing that I would do that we didn't talk about, and I don't know where you're steering because you went different directions or whatever, but I'd set my sister up. I'd get her out of that god awful facility. I'd put her in her own place.
She could have this one.
I put her in her own place, have her 24/7 nurse available for her, and the best Elon Musk money, the best doctors that there is to help her get through what she's going through. So, because, she's my sis, I got to take care of her.
Way to bring it down. Thanks.
Not down. I'm just saying, there's hope for you, Tim. I just got to win, and then you'll be out of that hellhole, and you'll have the best doctors and the best place to live, and screw everybody else, and I'll take care of you.
I'm down. That works.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to pull the rug out from under you because you spent all this money. All right. Which is great. I think we've done pretty well. We've had a little bit of fun with it.
Yeah.
Got a little crazy on the house, but I'll tell you right now, I bet you with all that, we're still under $1 million on the house.
Yeah.
What are you drinking? Are you drinking my bourbon?
I am.
I would have gotten that. I didn't know we were doing that.
I don't have anything else. I don't.
We took a pause to refill, and she's drinking my bourbon.
I wanted to see your reaction.
I don't care, but it would have.
I only took a little bit.
You can take as much as you want, but I mean, it would have been nice if we knew we would tink and be and enjoying it together. Wow, man, this relationship might have run its course. I'm not sure. I'm sitting here having my second rum and coke that I bitched about at the beginning, and you're drinking bourbon in my ice glass. Damn you. So here's the curveball. So we've just spent Elon Musk money. We spent $500 million, spent $130 million. Let's say you win, but you win $750,000.
Okay.
So life-changing for us.
Yep.
But all the things we want to do, like, to me, let me start by saying that's disheartening to me, because one of the reasons I want this money is to help people, but is to help my family and to help my friends. I know people are struggling around us, and I don't like to see that. So
what do you do?
I never want to say I'd rather not win $750,000 because I'll take it. I will take it, but it's not as life-changing as it sounds, because there's so many people that we want to help. So now we've got, let's say, enough money to.
No, you can leave it at that. Leave it at that.
To take care of us. $750,000 is honestly, and let's call that after tax. Let's say that's our end. By the time you pay off the house, by the time you pay off the debt, by the time you worry about your retirement. I mean, it's almost not even enough for retirement. It's not enough for retirement ultimately. I mean, investing wise, you can build it up obviously at some point. So now we've kind of taken out that helping people aspect a little bit or a lot. What do you do?
Well, I say I first pay off the house. Because I can't help anybody else if I haven't helped myself and got myself situated. So house is paid off. We couldn't pay off the kids' houses, and but maybe pay off. See, there's not a lot there. So after we pay off the house, what do we, and get ourselves? So now, do we do 50,000 for each of the kids, or because 100? We have 750. We pay off the house. Say we get left 400,000 after paying off the house and bills or whatever. Let's say. So, what did I say? We got 300,000.
I think you said 400,000, but
400,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd still have to help. We'd still have to help the core people, just on a smaller scale. The 4 core, they would get they would get a percentage of something, and then the kids and my sister I did still get it. It'd just be smaller.
It'd be a lot smaller.
It'd be a lot smaller,
It'd be a
but
lot
it would
smaller.
still.
Because
but
we
it
would still, one of the things that we still have to think about is our retirement, our future, because we don't have that.
Right.
I mean, I guess the upside is when you're not paying that mortgage, now you have the ability to save it quicker. We could tuck everything that we were dumping into other things into, investing and savings.
Right.
So there would be that. It almost makes you sad to a degree to think about, how
we just spent all this money on all this other stuff.
Yeah, how little you can do with
under $1 million.
Really, so much money. Really so much money.
Yeah.
They've almost kind of cornered us in the position where it's not life-changing.
It would be life-changing in the fact that we could breathe a little bit.
It would be life-changing for us, but it would be very hard for me to win money and not have it be life-changing for everybody.
Yeah, it couldn't be,
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But any little thing helps.
Yeah. I also think it's funny too that we're talking about Elon Musk, but I mean, this goes for a lot of wealthy people. We're looking at, $750,000, like, and it's annual income for some of these people.
Right.
It's insane to me. It's insane to me. I don't know. So this is fun. We should do more like this, where we just have a nice little discussion about something that's not about being old, even though it still is. I mean, it's still about being in your 50s. I mean, our decisions, I think, in our 20s, 30s, and 40s, each would all be vastly different than they are now. Kind of maybe with some rollover. You know what I mean? 20s, you have a vision. 30s, you have some of those same visions with a little bit more. And then I guess that just kind of goes with experience. I think what's funny is we didn't really talk about buying stuff. Like, there wasn't a lot of stuff involved.
I don't want
It's so
stuff.
funny. And I think that's what I was saying about the 20s, 30s, and 40s. I think there would have been a lot more stuff.
We would buy a house. I'd have a car. I'd have
a couple cars. I'd buy a motorcycle. I'd buy a boat. But we talked a lot more about reducing stress, I think. Is the key for us, is that, reducing stress and helping to reduce people we care about, helping reduce their stress, spending more time together. being available for our kids and grandkids. Still trying to find a way to take this money and make it matter, but also make it work for us. I mean, the key to having money is to turning it into more money. I don't want to say I understand the obsession of these people who have these, ultimate amounts of money, but I will say I can see why they don't just stop. I don't understand hoarding money for the sake of hoarding money.
Yeah, like who was it that said I'm not leaving any? It was some billionaire that wasn't gonna leave them
there's a
money.
lot of them. I think it might have been Warren Buffett who's like, yeah, I'm not. And I think Spielberg might have said it too. I'm not leaving my kids my money. They've got to do something to earn it. I'm inclined to agree with that to an extent, but I mean, if you've got kids who are, well, first of all, if you're that wealthy and you've got kids who are brought up with that wealth and they're just now lazy kids, then that's on you. If they haven't learned to be ambitious or haven't had to work for anything, and all of a sudden you're going to be like, well, I'm just taking the money away. That's on you. That's on you. My kids all worked very hard. So to me, this would be a reward for being those people. They're not sitting back waiting for the world to come to them with $1.
Right.
They're out there trying to earn that dollar. They're working hard for it. It's not, it's not like a lot of these people who are handed money. But yeah, they've a lot of rich people have said, "Oh, I'm not giving my kids anything." You can't bring them up in this lifestyle and then cut them off if you haven't taught them to do whatever. But also, who knows if these people have set them up in their own things and they've squandered it. I mean, there's a lot of variables. I guess we don't know the whole story for everything. So ultimately, I guess I don't really know what I do. I can't realistically, despite the fact that every time I even hear about how big Powerball gets, I spend this money in my head before it even comes. Before the numbers even come out.
And you don't even play.
And I usually don't play. I very rarely play. When I do play, in my head, I think, God, I don't know. I think a couple of different things at the same time, and maybe that's why I can't, manifest a win. I think I'm not going to win. I'm not going to win because if I get cocky about it, I won't win. So I'm not going to be cocky about it, and there's no chance I'm going to win. But if I win, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this, and this. And I literally have it spent down to the penny before the numbers even go online.
All I've ever said is I just want enough to pay off my house and my car and to be able to breathe. That would make me happy.
Yeah, I agree. And that's for us. But I mean, there's also that we talked about it almost the entire podcast, helping people, helping the ones that matter. And in a lot of ways, I don't want to say helping the ones that don't matter, but helping the ones that matter who aren't necessarily connected to us as well. I think there's a lot that can be done with money that people just don't think to do for whatever reason.
Just to give people hope.
But, yeah. Yeah. Well, I think, in a lot of ways, that's one thing that we, despite the fact that we get down a lot of times, we're oddly hopeful people. We keep going because we think there's a way at the end of it all for us to kind of see through it and cut through it and get through it, at least together. Because what are we doing, hon? We're always moving forward.
We're always going forward.
Yeah, because we are the Forward Project.
The Forward Project.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.